Hey, it's your old man Slick back behind the wood for the open bar. That's right. Never a cover, never a minimum. And there's no life like low life. That's right. It's almost impossible to get banned from the open bar. Welcome. Late Saturday night, Sunday morning, you can hear Toots in the background. Sawing toothpicks in the Slick studio. Typhoid Studios, as we were once known during the pandemic, when I had to do my show from here every day for like, I don't know, it was 9 months, and it was sucked because you couldn't do a live show. They call it voice tracking, and what it is basically you paste your voice in. The music is selected ahead of time, like the day before. It's all in there, and you just plug your voice in. You hear the last 20 seconds of the song, you record your thing, you upload it, you record, you skip ahead through the music until you talk again, and you record it. You could do a 5-hour show in like a half an hour, probably. So it's not live radio. It's just, you can't interact with people. That's where it's at now. That's what they do. So I was, I guess, the last of the Mohicans. But that's cool. I had a good run for many years, and we're into doing something different now, and I think this is going to be good. I'm just kind of learning as I go here. And today, by the way, I'll have you know, is episode number 90 of Slick's Open Bar. That's right, a squatting ovation. 90 fucking episodes. We're almost to 100. I'll have to do something special for 100. I'll have to get Sofia Vergara to come down here and give me a massage or something, Yeah, like that's going to happen. But I have broken out the Old Forester 1920. This is some primo bourbon, let me tell you. $69 a bottle, and I'm fucking worth it. I am worth every penny, let me tell you. Special occasion here. That's the real deal. That's real ice. That's not the ice sound effects from the old days. But listen, thanks for joining in to Slick's Open Bar. Tell your friends I'm still alive. I'm still doing this thing from my house here at Typhoid Studios. And we're going to hopefully get some interviews lined up with some interesting people. It's just a matter of having enough time to do that. My personal life, there are some family challenges. I won't lie to you on that. I do what I can do when I can do it. Having said that, you got to be excited about this new Rolling Stones album, which is coming out in July. And here's the deal. They're using the name The Cockroaches, and they're releasing a new single today that's going to be from the album, which is coming out in July. The single, I think, is called Rough and Ready or Rough and Twisted. Yeah, Rough and Twisted. And the album doesn't have a title yet, but the rumor is it's going to be called Foreign Tongues. And that'll be out supposedly in July. But the single, here's what's weird about it, is you can only get the single on vinyl. It's not going to be on Spotify. It's not going to be on Amazon. You're not going to be able to download it. It's only going to be available on vinyl. And if you go to the website, cockroaches.com, which is, if you're a Stones fan, they did some shows in the 70s and 80s, early 80s and the late 70s at clubs, like surprise gigs where they'd be tuning it. It'd be like a tune-up show for their tour. And, they did some dates, a couple of those in Toronto, and they billed themselves as the Cockroaches. So that's what they're doing again with this album. So they're having some fun with it. And let's see how much vinyl they can sell. Vinyl's kind of new. Kids like it. And, this is like the old days. You got to go buy the fucking record if you want it. You can't download it or stream it or, any of that bullshit. You got to get up and do something physical. You got to go buy it. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, and the Stones are like the cockroaches. It would take a nuclear holocaust to kill the Stones. Maybe you'd kill some of them, but I'm pretty sure Keith Richards would still be with us. Just a hint.
I wish I had a retarded mind like you.
And also in music dope news, Paul McCartney. You know, he's got that new documentary, Man on the Run. It's all about his post-Beatles career with his old lady and Linda and Denny Lane and the Band on the Run days, you know, the whole Wings era, basically. So now he's got a new solo album coming out. The Boys of Dungeon Lane is the name of the album. And that's pretty much what it is. It's about his hometown. Now, he grew up in the suburb of Speke, which is a suburb of Liverpool, England. There's a website you can check out, which will tell you more than I ever could. The Boys of Dungeon Lane.
Socially, he fits in somewhere between a hooker and a bartender.
And this is where I pop in and just give you a friendly reminder. The lawyer says we have to do that. Slick's Open Bar. Some side effects may include violent vomiting, horrendous hemorrhoids, gigantic boils, severe acne breakouts, and swelling between the anus and genitals is possible.
That is absolutely insane.
And this portion of Slick's Open Bar is brought to you by the fine folks at Listeria Lenny's. Listeria Lenny's, where those teriyaki chicken wings from last week are still looking pretty good.
That is absolutely insane.
Listeria Lenny's with two great locations in.
They're eating the dog.
And Donald Trump, that's right, Donald Dunsky, as I affectionately call him, has got the Pope pissed off at him. Not only does he have the whole world pissed off at him, but he's managed to piss off the Pope himself. That's right. And, you know, the ironic thing is, before Donald Trump stole the term fake news was actually a thing. And it meant that were fake stories on the internet. And I remember the year that Trump won the presidency in 2016, his first term, the biggest internet lie that was spread that year, the biggest fake news story, as it was called, was that the Pope had endorsed Donald Trump. Crazy, right? Well, it was bullshit. So, and then, of course, he stole the term fake news, which was genius. So, I mean, anything that anybody says that he doesn't like about him is fake news. In other words, anything that's true is fake. And up is down and down is up. And that's the way it is in Trump world, where, of course, he gave that, hey, we're going to blow your ass up. He was all pissed off Easter Sunday. Praise Allah. He sent out that crazy fucking tweet saying he was going to annihilate him off the face of the earth. As I said that night, as I tweeted out on my Facebook account, I said that just like Inspector Clouseau, Donald Trump is calling off the attack for tonight. Which is what Cato, my little yellow friend, I'm calling off tonight's attack. And that's what he did. He backed off. And now they're having these talks in Pakistan, which all of a sudden, how are we tight with Pakistan all of a sudden? I'll tell you why, because look it up. Pakistan is somehow, they've got on Trump's good side with, you guessed it, crypto. Yeah, they got a way of funneling. They funneled some stuff through somebody to him somehow, through some backdoor bullshit, and it's going to make them easier to do banking in the United States and around the world, Pakistan. And they, of course, are helping Trump in his crypto thing. It's like money laundering. All these people are buying him off. I mean, let's not forget that Pakistan is where Osama bin Laden was fucking hiding when Obama got him. Yeah, Obama, he sucked. Yeah, he got bin Laden, didn't he? We didn't have this fucking mess we have now. Another Republican mess. Of course, George W. Bush left Obama in the fucking hole during the financial crisis, of which I was laid off at the time. No thanks to these assholes on Wall Street. And then, again, it's Trump with the pandemic. He leaves the country in the shitter. Biden gets us back. Economists said it was the best recovery in the world, the United States, compared to other countries. It's a fact. You can look it up. Were prices still high? Yeah. Well, they're not going to fucking go down. I mean, anybody that thought the prices were going to go back to, what they were, before the pandemic, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. I don't give a shit if, you voted the Pope in. It's not going to happen. So, Biden could never live that down, that the prices wouldn't go back to what they were. And I think that's what people thought when they voted for Trump, is that, he's going to bring the prices back to what they were before the pandemic. Well, that's not going to fucking happen. It was unrealistic. And he's made it worse with the tariffs, of which I was just reading something on that. I'll get to it in a second. But the tariffs have caused damage to people's pocketbook. And then which he said day one, we're going to get the prices down. That was his promise. And then he's got the war going now, so that's causing the price of gas to go up, which is going to cause everything to go up. So, everything that he ran on was bullshit. And I mean, only the most devout cultist, Donald Trump cultist, people that are not critical thinkers can sit there and say that, well, he's doing everything he said he was going to do, except the only thing he's doing that he said he was going to do was throw illegals out of the country. And people say, well, Obama's threw a lot of people out of the country. Well, Obama did it as they were coming into the country. Trump is having his Gestapo go around, breaking into people's houses, pulling out people that are innocent in their fucking shorts. Let me see your papers. Like fucking Germany in World War II, pre-World War II. Sign the papers, old man. Where are your papers, old man? And if you can't produce the papers, they throw you in one of these private prisons, which I'm sure people are making money off. I'm sure Trump's got a cut of it. He's got a cut of everything. The biggest grifter, I call him, instead of the commander-in-chief, I call him the grifter and thief. The grifter and thief. He's just the worst. But, his kids have got a drone company, too. So, of course, they got the contract for this war. It's just sick. And now, from what they're saying, the reports are that it didn't go well, this meeting tonight. So Iran is now in a stronger position than they were before we invaded them, before we started this bullshit with Israel, who I saw an interview with John Kerry the other night. He was the Secretary of State under Obama in his first term. And he said, they had the deal. We had inspectors on the ground. They couldn't hide anything from us. It was going well. Iran felt they were going by. And that's why they're pissed off that Trump ripped up the deal that Obama made and that Kerry made to stop Iran from getting a nuclear bomb. Kerry's like, if Trump, if he wanted to change one or two things that he didn't like, he could have tried to negotiate it with him or something. And he just tore the whole fucking thing up without a plan. That's what he did. Because for the sole reason that because Barack Obama did it. And, he's got a thing against Barack Obama. Just stupid. So now Iran, which didn't have control of the Straits before this war, now have control of the Straits. They're charging tolls, $2 million a ship to get through. And they're super pissed at the United States. They're not gonna just roll over. They're gonna want something. So, it's just a fucking it's a situation of Donald Trump's. It's typical Donald Trump. Break something that it isn't broke. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There was nothing wrong with the deal. It was working just fine. We were a lot safer. He's just an ass clown. The guy, He's a fucking moron. He's got no more brains than the guy at the corner, sitting next to you at the corner bar. He's just a cunning con artist is what he is, and he's an awesome, great liar, and he repeats lies over and over and over again until people are just fucking brainwashed. 30% of the country, 35, I don't know, however many there are. But I mean, all the things that he's done, you can't sit there and say you still defend the guy unless you're like a flat out Nazi or, some kind of religious zealot that can't wait for the end of the world to happen. There's people like that. The end times are here. Let's just start a holy war. And that's what they're trying to make this Hegseth with his prayers. And the Pope has come out and said God is not on the side of anybody that's starting a war. And also condemned him for, threatening to evaporate. He didn't say nuke, but he pretty much said it, end of civilization. I mean, figure it out. And he's just off the charts, and not in a good way. Like his idiot followers think, oh, he's just playing 6-dimensional chess. You people are no. He's flying by the seat of his pants. He doesn't have a plan. He gets his ass in a jam, and then he complains that NATO isn't helping him out. NATO is a defense brotherhood. It is not of nations. It is not an offense, which means if you go start a war with somebody, hey, you're on your own, pal. If you get attacked, an attack on one is an attack on all. And you saw how just about every country in NATO stepped up to help us after 9/11. Especially Ukraine, which Trump shits all over, which pisses me off to this day. Rolls over. He takes Russia's fucking side. Can you imagine that? And you got J.D. Vance, and he's over there stumping for that fucking Viktor Orban clown. And where's he at? Turkey? Hungary, yeah. And this dude is he's like a dictator type. And these are the people we're lining up with. As a matter of fact, if you look at what Viktor Orban did there in his country, it's pretty much what Trump is trying to do here. It's just like a fucking playbook. Check it out, what Viktor Orban did there. He attacked the press, the media, all the things Trump is doing. The United States backing fucking dictators. And jerking off Putin at the same time.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Yeah, for your Trump lovers. So getting back to the tariffs, yes, tariffs drove an estimated 86% of the price increases for imported household goods through January. 86% of the prices were passed off to you. And it looks like the corporations are going to get their money back, but we ain't. That's the sad part of it, you see. So, yeah. The tariffs, not good. Didn't work out. Every country hates us now. It's just a total fucking stupid mess. And then, if that's not enough to fuck up the economy, the tariffs, now we got a fucking war where Iran, which before Trump invaded him, was not in charge of the straits, and now they are because it surrounds Iran on three sides. So they're just blocking it off. It's not that wide. It's, I don't know, a few miles. Not much. They've got mines and all kind of shit. And they're fucking pissed off. You blew up their fucking schools. You bombed universities. You killed like a couple hundred of their leaders. And you know what? There's no fucking regime change. John Kerry was on earlier. He said, getting back to that, he said that they tried to talk every one of the presidents into attacking Israel. They tried to talk George Bush into it. They tried to talk Obama into it. And, they talked Trump into it. They finally found somebody they could, talk into invading Iran. And he's just fucking easy to fucking, all you got to do is suck up to him. Who knows what they promised him? Didn't you? Nah, you promised him. Or maybe some people are saying he's being blackmailed. That they've got the, Epstein's material. I wouldn't doubt it. with the morons that we have in charge, that we haven't been hacked or whatever by every country in the fucking world. People think he's a mental giant. He's a mental midget. Everybody can see he's a con artist. They can. You think other countries' intelligence don't have this fucking guy figured out on how to con him? It's a cult. If you really believe Donald Trump is an intelligent person that bankrupted how many companies, then I don't know what to tell you.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
But fuck all that. The resistance is good. The No Kings, what do we get, 10 million people for the No Kings protest? I mean, that's huge. That is the biggest rally ever. So and I love these Trump people. Oh, they're all getting paid. They're getting paid by George Soros, man.
Medication time. Medication time.
I mean, they're in denial about how much people hate Donald Trump. They're just in denial.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
And how about acting Attorney General Todd Blanche saying pretty much there's nothing to see here and closing down the Epstein investigation, saying it's time to turn the page. I mean, is this cool with you Christians out there? This is cool with all you evangelicals that Trump is closing down. The Trump administration is closing down the whole Epstein thing when we know that there's millions of documents that they are still holding. Unbelievable, the corruption in this administration. Just in your face, blatant. We're just fucking. Oh, and Pam Bondi. Oh yeah, I'm not going to testify. Yeah, fuck you. This is the most lawless administration I've ever seen. I mean, it's just. I mean, they're going to have to rewrite the playbook after this fucking asshole. Otherwise, we're gonna turn into either a theocracy or an autocracy or something that is not what the founding fathers had in mind.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Oh yeah, did you hear about the 10,000 veterans about to lose their homes because of the VA loan program, which ass clown Elon Musk and his boys, his zit-faced tech wizard bros went in. And, of course, we know that they got everybody's Social Security information and everything else. They got all your information. So now this program that Biden had, they just did away with it. And now they're scrambling. I mean, they're going to come up with something. But I'm sure they will. But, you know, in the meantime, guys are going to be fucking losing their house. This is just, if Biden did it, if Obama did it, I'm going to change it. You know, I'm going to change it. Not like, hey, maybe this was a good idea. I'm going to make it better even, or I'm going to keep it. You know, but he's such a fucking twat that because somebody else did it, he's got to piss all over. Just like he had them hookers piss on that mattress because Barack Obama slept on it. There's something wrong with this guy. I mean, he's more than just a loose cannon. He's evil. He's fucking evil and vengeful, and he's a sadist, and he's running us into the fucking ground with these lunatics that he surrounded himself with. You know, he's got nobody in the room to fucking tell him, hey, you're off your rocker. You can't do this. What you're proposing is insane, sir. I heard of stories in his first term where people took shit off his desk. They took, these papers off his fucking desk. Trump's going to do what? Yeah, and he'd forget about it. You know, these people jump to everything he fucking does. Hey, I want you to go after all my enemies. I don't care if they did anything wrong or not. Find something and charge them with it. And it gets thrown out of court. But, you know, he's the mad king is what he is. And the dude is he's out of fucking control. And he deserved to be investigated for the shit he did. That's the difference. He had those papers. He never gave them back. They asked him politely. They asked him nicely for like a year, over a year. He jerked him around. His attorneys jerked him around. And we come to find out now with some information that was accidentally released by the Justice Department that Trump did it to benefit for business purposes, is why he kept these documents. One of them was so top secret, only 6 people have seen it, were allowed to see it, or whatever the fuck. I mean, the guy is just grifting up the ass. But he did one good thing. Hey, he threw all them illegals out of the country. And that's all they care about, really. They don't give a shit about anything else. Take away your Medicare, take away your food stamps, make cuts on this, cuts on cancer research. We don't give a fuck. Get rid of all the civil rights attorneys. Put some asshole that's a conspiracy theorist in charge of the, people's health. I mean, you couldn't pay. You had a Fox News anchor who thinks that Jesus is on his side, right? That God is picking sides and that America is God's team and all this kind of happy horse shit. And it's insane. And speaking of lunatics, how about this Greg Phillips guy? He's in charge of FEMA, right? This dude, I shit you not, all right? This guy thinks that he was teleported to a Waffle House. This guy's the head of FEMA now. He thinks that he has been transported to a Waffle House in Rome, Georgia.
I smoke a lot of dope, and I get drunk, and there's nothing wrong with that.
One of the waitresses that worked there for a decade at this particular Waffle House, she's a server in Rome, Georgia. She said she's been punched in the face by customers. She's, seen people OD in the John. One night, a dude took all the steak knives and threatened the staff with them. She said, but she has never seen anybody teleport to the place. So anyways, this joker was appointed to head FEMA's Office of Response and Recovery. The office, with more than 1,000 employees and a budget of nearly $300 million, is central to FEMA's job of responding to disasters like hurricanes, earthquakes, and fires. But these are the kind of people you should be able to sleep well at night knowing that they are in charge of the some of the most important agencies we have, overlooking the health and safety of American citizens. I know I will. I'll sleep great tonight, thanks to my 1920 Old Foresters. Oh, and shout out to Jeff Myers, former Buffalo News critic, has his own podcast himself now, and musician, critic. Ran into him at Molly McGuire's last night. I was having a couple of Turkey 101s and Cokes. And I'll tell you, you never know who you're going to run into at Molly McGuire's.
You gotta be a football hero to get along with a beautiful girl.
Yeah. And really not a lot new in Bills news. I mean, all the free agency signings. It's kind of a quiet period right now. There's really not a lot going on as we get closer to the draft, which is, I don't know how many days away. It's getting close, but hopefully we can do a little bit on the draft coming up here in the not too distant future. Until next time, I think I've given you a pretty long slick cast, so I may have missed a little time there, but I'm giving you a double tonight. The slick cast, of course, Slick's Open Bar is streaming on all the major streaming platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, YouTube. Podbean is where we originate out of. And if all that fails, you can always go to slicktom.com. And there is a link to the podcast, our 90th episode. Can you dig it?
That is absolutely insane.
And, of course, we got to put props out to Julia from Lakewood Studios. Julia does a great job there with, whatever, if you're looking to do a website or some graphics or, whatever, any kind of technical shit, she can hook you up at Lakewood Studios in the sprawling metropolis of Barker, New York. Can we hear it for Barker, New York, please? All right, live fast, die old, remain calm, circle the wagons, go Bills, go Sabres. Sabres in the playoffs. Finally, for the first time in how many years, we're kicking ass in hockey. We're taking names. Live fast, die old. And, of course, weed, whiskey, and Warren Zevon. Peace out.
Hail to the king, baby.